Hello my friends, I'm Svetlana. Welcome to 360-degree hip opening stretch session. Get ready to experience the incredible sensation of releasing tension and increasing mobility in every direction of your hips movements. Let's begin. Your self-healing journey starts here. Join today. Today we're gonna start on all fourth tabletop position. I invite you to keep your knees hips width apart, your wrists are in line with your shoulders. On your inhale, gently shift yourself slightly forward, then to the side. Direct your buttocks towards your heels, then to the opposite side. So you've started making the circles with your hips. Imagine that you're drawing that circle with your nose. It can be a big one or a small one. See what range of motion feels good for you today. Good. Now change the direction, go to the opposite side. Relax your hip joints, waken them up a little bit. So is your shoulders. Keep your palms firmly pressing towards your mat. Don't move them, keep them firm. Beautiful. Now gently come back. Now I want you to shift your right foot slightly forward, open it to 45 degrees out, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the ground. Now on inhale, lift your buttocks, torso up, and when you exhale, slowly down. Do a few more rounds to warm yourself up. Nicely done. Now add the movement of your right hip. So when you lower down, start opening the right hip and shift your right foot on the edge, on the outer edge. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, open your right hip, left knee down. Do 1 or 2 more rounds. Nice. Now place your left knee on the ground, shift your right foot slightly forward, align it 100% straight with your knee, and now straighten your right leg. Direct your right toes towards yourself, lift that right knee up and stay here. I encourage you to keep your hips square as much as possible and keep lengthening your spine. Beautiful. Bend your right knee. Now inhale, straighten right leg back. Exhale, bend again. 2 more like that. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, right foot on the ground. Last one. Now place your hands on your mat. Step back, bring your right knee back to the left, and lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Now bring your elbows on your mat and open your right hip to the side. Create a 90-degree angle with your right knee. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. It is a beautiful variation of a up dog and a half frog position. You can start moving your chest also up and down if you feel like it, or maybe just come on your fingers and lift yourself slightly higher. See if it feels good for you. I encourage you to find the best position that fits you today. Good. Now bring your right leg back. On your inhale, come to upward dog or cobra. Open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. And with your exhale, transition to your downward facing dog. Maybe paddle your feet if you feel like it. Move your hips side to side. Or instead, focus on your lengthening or lengthening your spine. Again, I always encourage to listen to your body. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Move a few more rounds. Good. Now lower your knees on the ground again and shift your left foot forward. Your left foot is 45 degrees out. Tuck your back right toes, lift the right knee off the ground, and again start moving up and down. You should feel a nice stretch on your left leg, in your left thigh, and the back side of your right hip. Do a few more rounds up and down. And now include the movement of your left hip. So when you exhale and lower it down, open that left hip to the side, bring your foot on the outer edge. Inhale, foot back to the ground, lift it up, and continue on your own a few more times. We're working on the hip opening. It is a nice deep stretch. Nicely done. Now bring your left foot back to the center. Right knee is on the mat. Straighten your left leg now. Keep your hips square, parallel to each other. Lengthen your spine. Maybe move your back up and down a few more times to increase that sensation. See if it fits here today. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, lower slightly down. Good. Now bend your left knee. With inhale, straighten your left again. Bring your foot to the ground. One more time of a dynamic movement. Nicely done. Step back into plank. With or without knees on the ground, lower yourself all the way down. Once again, I invite you to bring your elbows in front of you and your left hip to the outside. Create a beautiful 90-degree angle. Maybe direct your left knee towards your armpits, towards your left elbow more. We're gonna stay here as option 1. Option 2, you can bring your fingers outside of your mat and increase the stretch by bringing your upper body slightly higher up. Breathe through the sensation. Feel what is happening in your body. Bring yourself back to the center. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Release your breath back to downward facing dog. Paddle your feet one more time, a few rounds, or lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Continue breathing. Continue listening to your body. Now, right leg goes up to the sky. Inhale. Shift your right foot forward between your hands and pivot to the side of your mat. Place both of your feet 30-45 degrees in, your heels out. Your hands are under your shoulders as option 1. Option 2, if you can keep the lengthening of your spine, lower yourself down halfway or maybe all the way to the ground. Position the crown of your head on the mat. Keep your elbows 90 degrees. Option 3, create an interlock with your hands and direct your arms towards the mat all the way down. Remember that it is not necessary to go for option 2 and option 3. See what works the best for you today. Engage your legs, lift your kneecaps up. Keep your torso engaged as well. Now, wherever you are, come halfway up. Inhale. Now I want you to pivot to the back side of your mat. So your left foot will be looking straight towards the back of your mat. Back heel, right heel in the beginning. Position your right hand up and open your left arm to the side. Keep opening your chest towards your left hip. Your right leg is engaged. With exhale, lower it down and gently transition to Skandasana. So shift your right foot in line with your left. Bend your left knee and keep your right leg straight. It might take you some time to come here, maybe not as fast as I am. Take your time and ensure you are there settled. Good. Now place both of your hands on the mat. Shift yourself again to standing position. And now to the top of your mat. I told you this sequence is creative. Now your left leg is engaged. Your right foot is looking forward. Inhale, right arm up. Your left hand is in line with your right hip. So you open your chest towards your right hip this time. Keep working in with your upper body and keep your left leg completely engaged. Beautiful and nicely done. Right hand back on the ground. And we're going to shift to Skandasana again. So right knee is completely bent. You can stay on your right toes. Your right heel can be lifted. And stretch that left leg. Direct your left toes towards your left hip. Try to keep your spine straight. Amazing. Now I invite you to place your hands back on the mat. Come into a straight legs position. Open your heels to 45 degrees in, toes out, and slowly come into a yogic squat or a malasana. I like to sort of dance before I settle down. Place your elbows inside of your inner knees. Keep your spine straight. Create a beautiful tension between your knees and your elbows. You can always keep your heels lifted here. Close your eyes just for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Feel a nice, beautiful hip opening. Out, release. Bring both of your hands behind your lower back and slowly sit down. Now create a beautiful butterfly shape. Position your feet together. Open your hips, knees bend. You can move your knees slightly up and down, but remember that the movement is being created by your hips, not your knee joints. Nicely done. Now pause. Inhale, look up. And with exhale, lower halfway down, maybe on your hands is option 1, or your elbows is option 2. Option 3, you can release your forehead and rest it on your hands or your mat. Wherever you are, bring your attention to your breathing. Deep inhale. Fill your lungs with air. Release your breath. Exhale. Gently come back to a seated position. Bend your knees, feet on the mat. Bring your hands behind and start moving your hips and your knees side to side. Just relax a little bit. After all the hard work that you've done, it was indeed a very deep hip opening and hip stretch. Beautiful. Now come on your back all the way down. Draw your knees to your chest. Ensure that you're comfortable. Maybe rock your knees side to side a few times, left to right, right to left. Now grab your big toes and come for a happy baby. Direct your knees towards the ground. Your heels are looking up towards the ceiling, so you can stay here or you can rock yourself side to side again. Massage your lower back, deepen the stretch a little bit more. Wherever you are, I invite you to take one more deep inhale. Release, exhale, feel how your lower back is widening on the mat. Your facial muscles are relaxed, so is your shoulders. Release the grip of your big toes. Place your feet on the ground. Again, create that beautiful butterfly shape with your legs, feet together. Knees are widely open. Bring your arms alongside with your ears. Create a beautiful diamond shape with your arms by bending those elbows. Close your eyes. And we're gonna stay here for a minute or so, completely relaxing and enjoying beautiful sensations that are happening in your body. Gently bring your knees together and roll yourself on the side. Come back into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the session, as a token of appreciation, please subscribe and support my channel. Click that like button so I can reach out to a bigger audience and bring a bigger change into this world. And if you want to enhance your personal practice, check out my live online classes and online resources. Stay blessed, stay inspired. Namaste. Your self healing journey starts here.